Peace, my family, and brought back to all. And those coming out of that cocoon for the first time, welcome. This your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that get healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good 9 mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving in your higher natures and cleansing the lows. Alright now. So it was told to me that in my last video that someone can hear me. And again, let me just say before, like I said previously, that they're messing with my computer. So the volume on my microphone can't work at this time. So until I get that taken care of, bear with me. And I'm just gonna try to speak a little louder. All right now. Okay, so let's go. Came on here today to share another clip from my master teacher's book called Is God an Extraterrestrial Question? And this right here will certainly help you on this good journey within. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to go over something that I did in my last video. So the person that said they couldn't hear me, I'll do it over again and then add more to it. But let's just do this. All right. Question. Who are the Anunnaki? Question. And this is Dr. Malachi's answer. The word Anunnaki itself is broken down as those beings that anew the highest identity sent down from heaven to keep. The Anunnaki are known to many as the Elohim or the Nataru. To the ancient Egyptians, they are your supreme race of beings whom name is Diner in the cuneiform language, which was given to the Sumer people. The very high Anunnaki are a few in number. They are of such an advanced state that if you confronted one with a weapon, they would let you shoot them rather than harm you. Originally, 10,000 were left here to guide humans. They are down to 24 in all until August 12th, 2003 AD, when the vortex will open again. These very high live to be quite old according to your time, or what you called old age. 1,000 years is not unrealistic. To the Anunnaki, for 1,000 years of Earth time is one day to the Anunnaki. One day of the Anunnaki's time is 1,000 years to your time. Some of them live on a starship used by the High or the Ayukawa and are preserved and cared for by those on the ship. They serve as the eyes of the higher culture, while the Greys and the Ayukawa fly missions for them. Now, let me explain further. Billions of years ago, the very high or Anunnaki reached a level where they understood how to create and modify life forms, to the extent where they created the cloned species known as the first Greys. These Greys, cloned by the Anunnaki, were good Greys. They were their helpers. The Greys were created vegetarian and were given high metabolisms to offset heat and or heat loss. When the Anunnaki created humans, they included what was emotional and physical characteristics appropriate for Earth. The reptilians kidnapped the Greys after they were set free by the Anunnaki and altered their genes to enslave them. Because of the mixing of genes, some of the Greys are now malevolent, and some are benevolent. Benevolent and malevolent. When people say that all Greys come from Zeta Reticuli, it is an overstatement because Greys were scattered. They may have come by the way of Zeta Reticuli. However, they are everywhere. Some of these Greys that are descendants of the original good Greys, the ones cloned by the Anunnaki, although they work for the reptilians, they want help from humans. They want to breed with humans to get the reptilian gene out of their genetics. So let's go on. The Anunnaki, your parents, have 180 degrees of agreeable and disagreeable on the outside of them. For every disagreeable Anunnaki, there is an agreeable counterpart, and vice versa. They live together and overcome the disagreeable from the outside as composed to humans who have agreeable and disagreeable within. The Anunnaki are submissive, meaning that any job they are given to do, they will execute without any questions or excuses. Unlike humans who always have an explanation for why they didn't do what they were told to do. Always running away from responsibility. If 180 degrees of the agreeable conquers 180 degrees of disagreeable, then they have the 360 degrees of agreeable. They will then move on to meet a counterpart that is 360 degrees of disagreeable, and will have to conquer that and go on to become 720 degrees of agreeable and start their journey to become Etherians or Etherans, who are pure energy. If the 360 degrees of disagreeable are conquered here, the Anunnaki becomes an Etherian or Etherian again. So let's go on. The Holy Tablets, Els Abadi, the Slave, Chapter 2, A Mission of the Planet Earth, Tablet 1, 5 through 7. And it says, if you want to check the Holy Tablets out, you can check it out on my channel. Scroll through. Alright now, and this is Chapter 2. And it is encouraged to do so, if you are interested. But yeah, okay, let's go. Remember your olive-toned parents of long ago. The woolly-haired beings, 9 ether or 9th power of 9 or kingly crown. Visitors to this solar system from Ritz. Remember our dark reddish brown skin, copper tone, perfect green as the greenish of the olives because of the melanin that is within our genetics, which we have coded in our genes. The true Nubians or Nubians. You melanites and your way of life, Nuwapu. Sound, right, reasoning. We are your original etheric parents. The Etherians or Etherians that have returned in the flesh just for you. Alright now, let's go on. If the 360 degrees of disagreeable conquers the being, rules with the order of Luciferians. Humans have 360 degrees of what is called will. When the 180 degrees of agreeable overcomes the 180 degrees of disagreeable, that person takes steps towards becoming an Elohim and even an Etherin, but on a lower level because he only has 360 degrees and not 720 degrees like the Anunnaki. Their order of the evolution starts at the highest level and goes to the lowest and to the highest again, from an Etherin to an Anunnaki to a Ritzian, which is the lowest end, which humans go from the lowest to the highest. A human goes from an infant, a weak state, to an adult, then an old age or old man, and then back to a weak state again. Both cycles go full circle, in which you either spiral up or down. The Anunnaki come to the Sumerians. The Anunnaki came to the Sumerians and gave them advanced information on the creation of the solar systems and all the planets in and out of this solar system. They also taught them how to build great cities, farming, and how to build crafts that could fly in the air. When these Anunnaki came to the Sumerians, and after cloning and breeding them from Homo erectus to Homo sapien Adamites, who by force were mixed in with the Hindu or serpent people. Let's go on. The Sumerians thought they were God beings because of the ships they traveled in and because the Anunnaki were more advanced than them. They were indeed gods. The Sumerians were the first to record the existence of the Anunnaki on the planet Earth on slats of stone in the Anunnaki's language, now called cuneiform. The Sumerians recorded scientific facts and logged the motion of the moon. They used a calendar based on the movement of the moon. The ancient Sumerians divided a circle representing the full moon and into 360 degrees, which each degree had 60 minutes. If you divide this into 360 degrees, you get 6 degrees of 60 minutes each. Your modern day clock also uses a circle, and each minute has 60 seconds, which is the modern day fact being used for the modern clocks. The Sumerians used degrees of angles as measurement for time. However, we use numbers that have been assigned to these angles as shown above. The Sumerians also divided the stars into 12 parts and used 12 or by 60 for measurement more than 3,000 years ago. They used the number 12 because the stars or constellations were sky maps. These star constellations tie into the 12 signs of the zodiac. Ancient Sumer was surrounded strategically by 12 countries, which corresponded to the signs of the zodiac, and the zodiac served as road maps and a star map. All astronauts from other galaxies follow the zodiac. The Anunnaki live by the sign of the zodiac and are firm believers of it. Our old sciences were all based around the star of the heavens. our lands, and all. Refer to entitled Mission Earth and Extraterrestrial Involvement, and the scroll, The Spell of Leviathan, 666, Spell of Kingu. This right here is, if it's referenced in his books, is something to take a look at and check out to further your growth and raise your consciousness levels to understand what's happening here on the planet. So this right here will certainly help you to move to the next level in stages. So it is on my channel. If you are interested, scroll through, send it to yourself, and again, be nourished. So let's go on. Question: who are the Rixians? Question. And this is Dr. Malachi's yours to answer. The Rixians are from the 8th planet, Rix, in the 19th tri-star galaxy Elune. Their highest ranges from 5 to 7 feet. They are dark reddish to olive tone in color, and their skin texture is humanoid and tend to be very dry and skinny. Their hair is silver, white, and black and wavy, and their heads and faces are normal like humans. Some with facial hair and some without. Their eyes are dark but with pupils slightly slanted and can be slightly larger than humans. Their noses are generally long, and their jaws and mouths, teeth, ears, and genitals are also like humans. Sometimes their ears tend to be smaller than humans. Their bodies are tall, slender, square-shouldered with normal necks and arms and 5-fingered hands like humans. They tend to be high-waisted, short torso with long legs and normal feet like humans. This overall appearance is that of a human being, but you sense something distant in their eyes. They have ability to speak any language and can communicate telepathically and in tones. A Rixian's body is also vibrated at a certain tone, which they use to communicate, and when frustrated, learn to tune in on a certain tone to bring down the vibration of the body and just focus on one tone. Their nature is kind, loving, and yet stern. They claim to be the parents of the Moors, Nubians, on the planet Earth, father of the ancient Sumerians and Egyptians, and the various cultures in the Americas. They are the builders of the pyramids. Let me say that again. They are the builders of the pyramids, believe it or not. Prophets of your scriptures. Let me say that one again. Prophets of your scriptures. And they owe allegiance to one called Elune, the Most High, which is closest to what humans call their God. There is also a disagreeable group that have conspired with the reptilians and other species known as the Luciferians. I will tell you more about them later on in the text. The Rixians do not have different species. We don't have genetic makeups. Everyone looks alike. When in an incarnated form, unless we manifest to others as they are their form, male or female, unlike here on Earth, where you have all different kinds of animals, which is why you look different. We don't age as fast, and in fact, we have the cure to death and live up to 1,000 years on Earth. From the moment you are born, you are dying. The cure of death, along with other cures, was discovered long ago by the Elohim scientists, Nergal and Aristotle. These two were of the Anunnaki who became rulers of the Kushites in the underworld called Agata, located in the center of the key earth, and Shambhala is the capital city not far from it. The Rissians were the first gods known as the Shuyanka. They were highly intelligent and knew about the advanced scientists and knowledge of DNA and RNA manipulation, where they were able to live to be thousands of years old, 120 to 1,000 years, in fact. They also discovered the secret of life and death, for the elders know that death is an illness in humans that can be cured or prolonged. The early humans that existed on Earth at that time considered them as gods. These highly intelligent beings built a large computer called the Mint, from which they get the word Macintosh. Its original name was called Hel Sabat, or Hace Sabat. With these machines, they could scan the surface, pick up scenes from all over the planet, or televise them. They could project both thought and three-dimensional images, kill, destroy at will by simply flicking a switch, and accept thoughts from other beings' minds or implant thoughts into it. They were able to stimulate any emotion, cure various diseases, alter the weather, and create natural calamities. They also had mitts, which could be used to make clothes, foods, and other articles. The disagreeable ones among them also built a large computer, and it was called Hell, and their Earth counterparts made an offshoot of the Hell called the IBM years ago. And when I was talking about the IBM, many didn't believe me. So, I'm going to stop it right there. Now, if you are interested in this book, and you are encouraged, of course, to check this out for yourself on my channel, scroll through. It is called Is God an Extraterrestrial? This right here will certainly help you on this good journey within, and it's also good to do a self-study to understand more of the world around you and have an open mind, my people, because we know nothing compared to the balanced universes. So we're always in the process of learning and growing. And at this point in time, that's where your mind need to be. In that mind, always growing and discovering and rediscovering and remembering who you are. And so, it is real, family. This right here will certainly help you raise your consciousness levels up and put away all the myths and let you guys know the facts. And that's what it is. So, I'm going to leave it at that. Again, know that you are loved beyond this world. I hope you know that. Begin to spread the love around you and bring out that good love frequency. Again, because that is the highest form of knowledge. Love, right? And that's most definitely will get you in to higher realms of existence. So with that being said, let's stop moving with lust and move with love, not fear, not hate, and begin to spread the love one to another and care once again for your fellow human beings out here. It's real, family. And again, the focus is on you and going through that good journey within and transforming your lives and yourselves to your higher selves. So, on that note, again, know that you are loved. I hope y'all know this. Know that you are loved beyond this world. I hope you know that. Begin to spread the love around you. Be the love, because the love is in you already. Be it. No fighting. Open yourself to the Most High. And of course, understand who you are. Understand who you are. Understand who you are. And of course, he sent his Son, omnipotent Jesus. He's appointed over us as human beings. So again, it is for you to follow his ways, because that is the way back to the Most High. And again, he was taught in the mystery schools of Egypt, knowing the true story of the real Messiah, the omnipotent Jesus, Yahshua, Tammuz, Horus. Knowing the true stories is very important, so you can be able to connect the dots and the missing pieces to things that they tried to hide from us all. So again, it's very important, and you can find this in the Holy Tablets. And the Holy Tablets is on my channel. Check out the real story of the omnipotent Jesus, Yahshua, on my channel. Scroll through, and it's broken up into different videos and chapters under the Holy Tablets. So on that note, release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, shalom, Asher, divine love, and